Hey everyone, there's a reason the phrase rock and roll lifestyle conjures up images of wild nights, trashed hotel rooms, and some serious rule breaking. Rock legends aren't just famous for their music, but for pushing everything from creativity to chaos to the max. Today, we're diving into some legendary tales where the rock stars took it way too far, turning music history into something a little more explosive. Let's jump in. First up, we have Keith Moon, drummer of The Who. Keith didn't just create music, he practically invented the rock star persona. Known as one of rock's greatest drummers, Moon could get a bit wild. His 21st birthday in Flint, Michigan, for example, was a classic rock star in the making story. Moon celebrated by drinking all day, and by nightfall, he was in full swing at a Holiday Inn party. After a wild food fight and running around without any pants, Moon tripped and knocked out half a tooth. By the time an emergency dentist saw him, he was so wasted that he had to undergo dental work without any anesthetic. The night's antics caused tens of thousands of dollars in damages, and Moon got a lifetime ban from Holiday Inn. But he didn't stop there on tours. It was his thing to blow up hotel toilets with cherry bombs. Tragically, years later, in an attempt to quit drinking, he overdosed on his withdrawal medication. Moon's story is a reminder of how the highs of the rock lifestyle often come with extreme lows. Moving on, we've got another rock and roll giant, John Bonham of Led Zeppelin. Known as Bonzo, his drumming gave Zeppelin that unmistakable power, but he was a heavy hitter off the stage too. Bonham's drinking was intense, and on a September day in 1980, it went to an extreme level. While rehearsing with the band, he helped himself to round after round of vodka shots, up to 40 drinks in one day. That night, Bonham passed out and tragically never woke up. Bonham had such an intense life, and it's haunting how his legendary skills and struggles played out in parallel. Now, no list of hard partying rock stars would be complete without Ozzy Osbourne. This man is practically his own urban legend. He's notorious for some truly insane stunts. Yes, he really did bite the head off a bat on stage, and in a record label meeting, bit off a live dove's head. But on his 1984 tour with Mötley Crüe, Ozzy took things even further. In Florida, frustrated after not finding any drugs, he snorted a line of ants on the pool deck and then urinated on it before licking it up. It's one of those rock star stories that's as revolting as it is unforgettable. Ozzy is one of a kind.
On at the time, but then we all just sort of this ain't a very good idea anymore.
So you have a more stable life now?
No.
From surreal to straight up shocking, we've got Dave Navarro. Navarro, known for his time with Jane's Addiction and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, pushed boundaries. He was so out there that he managed to get himself banned from the Playboy Mansion. During one wild night, Navarro injected heroin and then tried to write on the wall with his own blood. He cleaned it up but got banned for life. If anything, Navarro proves that even a party palace like the Playboy Mansion has its limits. Rod Stewart's antics might sound lighter, but they're still as jaw dropping. Stewart had a unique problem. He wanted to keep his famous raspy voice, but he didn't want to give up cocaine. So he invented a workaround. He put his cocaine in cold capsules and, well, ingested them in a non traditional way.
And I, for one, still don't understand the chemistry of it. And never will, for as long as
It's
I live.
inventive, maybe, but a little too much information, Rod. Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones is practically the poster child for rock star survival. After all, he once claimed to have snorted a mixture of his father's ashes and cocaine. Whether it was near death experiences with heroin or avoiding other disasters, Richards somehow made it through. Today, he's still rocking on, almost as if defying the odds just became part of his job. Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan was another rock star who went hard. McKagan's drinking got so out of control that by 1994, his pancreas literally burst. Doctors told him if he drank again, he'd die. That moment finally pushed him toward sobriety, showing how close some of these guys came to the edge.
And that was like all the rehab I needed.
Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, the Toxic Twins of Aerosmith, were so infamous for their drug use that even Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead was impressed. Tyler said he was more interested in the finer blends of drugs than anything else. It's wild to think how much these rock stars lived through and survived. Rock and roll history is full of incredible music, but sometimes the stories behind it are even wilder. While these rock legends lived life at full throttle, their stories are also cautionary tales. The music, the madness, and the legends they left behind will never be forgotten. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more rock and roll tales, and we'll see you next time.
You could get with this, or you could get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at.